Hello, welcome to GCSE revision, and today we're back looking at ecology. And in this lesson we'll be exploring B4.1.3 and B4.1.4. So firstly today, competition. Competition is when plants and animals compete for the same resources. So essentially it's the same as two boys competing for the same goal, but instead of the boys and the girls, we have an animal and the plants competing for resources and minerals. But what do the two actually need to survive? So animals need food, water, breeding partners, space and shelter. Plants need light, water, carbon dioxide, minerals and space. As we can see here, there are a few similarities, and these are what the two would be competing for if they were living in the same ecosystem. Next, interdependence. Interdependence is how different organisms interact within a community. The interactions between organisms are known as ecological relationships. There are three types of ecological relationships. Those are predation, mutualism, and parasitism. Predation is the name given to the relationship between a predator and a prey species. The size of the predator population directly affects the size of the prey population. Mutualism is when both organisms benefit from the relationship. For example, oxpeckers, they're small birds that live on buffaloes. They're known as cleaner species because they eat ticks and fleas living on the buffalo's skin. So whilst they're gaining food from the buffalo, they're also freeing the buffalo from irritation and potential disease, hence them both benefiting from the relationship. Finally, parasitism is when only one organism benefits from the relationship. So for example, tapeworms in an animal's digestive system and fleas. Next, we'll be having a look at pyramids and biomass, which is B4.1.4. So what actually is a pyramid of biomass? Basically, food chains show the flow of biomass through a community, but they don't show the number of organisms involved and the size of the biomass transferred. So here's an example of a pyramid of biomass. Essentially, these pyramids show the population at each trophic level. The producer is at the base, with the next trophic levels above, and the predator usually at the top. As you move up, the size of the organisms grow, but the number of the organisms decreases. Not all pyramids are pyramid shaped, however, because the oak tree at the bottom could only be one, and many caterpillars could be feeding off of one oak tree, so it all varies. But how do we actually calculate biomass? So to calculate biomass, we need the average mass of the organism, just one of the organisms, and we times that by the number of organisms in total. And this gives us the biomass, which we would then implement into the pyramid. So in this lesson, we have covered competition and interdependence and pyramids of biomass. I hope you've learned something in this video, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.